thrifting ain't easy, unless you're watching me. Welcome! You're watching the Thrift Store Rundown, and like so many years before, it's Oscar time around here. This is the 9th annual Odyssey to the Oscars. And even though this year is significantly condensed compared to previous years, no matter how we do it, we still do our best to bring the Academy Awards home on a budget. It is, after all, Hollywood's biggest night, and one that's sorely needed this year, especially in the aftermath of those devastating wildfires in and around Los Angeles. Which brings us to this first review. Have you ever dreamt about vacationing in the Caribbean? I certainly hope you weren't doing so in September of 2004, otherwise you would have been in massive trouble. In September of 2004, Hurricane Ivan barged a terrible trail of destruction throughout the Caribbean island of Granada. I'm not going to go over the stats for you, I'll have a link downstairs, but in the weeks and months that followed, the strength and resilience of the island of Granada, its vacationers and residents, common folk and celebrity alike, really showed off Granada in its finest hour. Make that its finest dinner hour. This is Morgan Freeman and Friends, Caribbean Cooking for a Cause. Yes, one of the Caribbean's favorite Oscar-winning vacationers spearheads this scrumptious and charitable effort, also providing the foreword. Wendy Wilkinson and Donna Lee authoring this Rolldale publication, which I picked up for 50% off $3.99 at Red, White, and Blue in Patterson. Retailing stateside for $35 and up in Canada for $43. Over 75 delicious and soul-replenishing recipes are included in this cookbook, with a whole host of select participants sharing a piece of the Caribbean they call home, either on a permanent or semi-permanent basis, from time to time when they're on vacation, as is the case with Michael Douglas and his wife, fellow Oscar winner Catherine Zeta-Jones Douglas. They're both Bermuda bred. He and the island of Bermuda kick off this review and this cookbook as a whole. Whatever restaurant in the Caribbean that the select participants frequent often is also included in here, with that restaurant and its executive chef sharing a few of their signature recipes. In the case of Aqua Restaurant at Ariel Sands Resort, under the leadership of executive chef John Wasson, or Wason, we have this Bermuda bouillabaisse, a chicken roti, and an island coconut cheesecake. Next up, we're paying a little visit to Cuba, by way of Miami with Daisy Fuentes, television host extraordinaire, and quasi-celebrity chef. And if I didn't know any better, I'd say she'd give Catherine Zeta-Jones a run for her money. Not only does she look striking, she can also strike a match to a stovetop, and as they say, work it. That she got from her grandmother. Also from her grandmother, 2 recipes shared in this cookbook. Picadillo, which will serve 4, and a arroz con pollo, which will serve 6. 2 Cuban classics. Of course, I gotta highlight the man who really brought all this together, Morgan Freeman. It's a sailor's life for Morgan and his then-wife, Myrna. His favorite restaurant, Bath and Turtle, in Spanish town Vertigorda, under the leadership of owner Rose Giaquinto, shares the following recipes: local chicken soup, Caribbean chicken salad with lime vinaigrette, curry chicken kebabs, conch quesadillas, yes, conch quesadillas, grilled swordfish steak with lemon cableberry butter sauce, a lobster curry, and cappuccino cheesecake. By the way, seeing the word local in here, this means you're gonna have to hunt down some indigenous ingredients that you can't find in your neck of the woods or your little corner of the sand. We also have Katie Couric, an island girl at heart. Why am I highlighting Katie Couric? She's a journalist, not an actress. Well, she's my girl. That's all there is to it. She rocked the CBS Evening News, and she can also rock the stove. For the most part. From her favorite restaurant, Blanchard's Restaurant, owned by Bob and Melinda Blanchard. Bob and Melinda Blanchard. Bob the Blob owns the restaurant. No offense, Bob, if you watch this, but gotta make the bloopers work for me. Anyway, from Blanchard's we have Blanchard's Duck Shrimp and Cracked Coconut. There are a good amount of recipe photographs in here. There's not one for every recipe, but there's a pretty above average amount. Keeping it all in the family, here's Morgan Freeman and his then wife, Myrna Carly Lee, sailing south to the Spice Island and bringing back a few of their favorite recipes. Here we have okra and rice, stuffed red snapper, which actually takes you a couple of pages and a reasonable amount of time to pull off, but hey, the quality of the photographs give you some hope of things turning out pretty scrumptiously, especially in the name of service. We also have here Jessica's Tropical Pancakes with Ginger Syrup from the kitchen of pal Jessica Fastman, and Baked Banana Pudding. And that's all I'll highlight in terms of the recipes. There's plenty more where that come from. And in the case of the celebrity participants, oh, we got a who's who of real winners. Alfre Woodard, Tom Hanks, Alicia Keys, Orlando Bloom. They're all in here too, saying a piece of the islands they call home. We've organized the book as I would plan a sailing trip, making time for friends, for exquisite food, and for the beauty and uniqueness of the many islands we visit. Enjoy! A portion of the proceeds from the retail sales of this book would benefit the Granada Relief Fund, established to aid in hurricane relief efforts. I wonder if that still exists, and if secondhand sales count. If they don't, at least I can take solace in knowing that I got another solid cookbook on my table, especially one conceived and cooked up in the name of service. Scrumptiousness in the name of service. How can you beat that? 4.5 out of 5 claps. With all the deliciousness going on in here, you're gonna need a bigger set of jaws and a bigger bowl. That's Morgan Freeman and Friends Caribbean Cooking for a Cause. Here's what's sewing for Tuesday. Do Oscar winners, especially screen titans like Clint Eastwood, have to put out high art all the time? The answer is dealer's choice, but for the most part, no. Thanks for tuning in. Just so you know, there's no limit to bringing Hollywood home on a budget. Please go ahead and check out another awesome review like this one by clicking here, and make sure you subscribe by clicking here. Until next time, I'll catch you, as I always do, on the flip side.